Tata Technologies, Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency, Flair Writing Industries, Fedbank Financial Services, Gandhar Oil Refinery India Limited. Check any business newspaper today and you will find the first few full pages only on new IPOs. The D Street is action-packed as 5 big IPOs are up for grabs. And what is surprising is the kind of huge demand there is for these IPOs. Tata Technologies, the first IPO from the Tata Group after 20 years, has opened today, and you will be shocked to know that the IPO got oversubscribed in just the first 1 hour of opening as well. Yesterday, we also saw IREDA IPO open, and that too got fully subscribed on day one itself. But the good part is that you can still apply for these mega IPOs. 5 big IPOs are underway, and let me tell you all about that you need to know about these 5 IPOs, so stick with us for that. Tata Technologies, the subsidiary of Tata Motors, has launched this IPO today, that's November 22nd, and the company is planning to raise 3,042 crores via this public issue at the upper end of the price band. The issue is completely an offer for sale. The price band for Tata Tech has been fixed between 475 to 500 rupees per share, and investors willing to apply for this issue can bid for a minimum of 30 shares and then in multiples of 30 shares thereafter. Tata Technologies has already reserved a 10% quota for Tata Motors eligible shareholders as well. Now, if one goes by the grey market trends, Tata Tech IPO can actually debut on stock exchanges at a premium of around 70%. Let's discuss all of these IPOs one by one again. IREDA, that's the IPO that had opened yesterday and it is still open for subscription. The IPO of this state-owned company has opened on November 21st, will close on November 23rd, and this is the first IPO by a public sector enterprise by the government, that is after LIC's issue had hit the street in May of 2022. Now, this PSU miniratna IREDA has fixed a price band of 30 rupees to 32 rupees for this IPO, and investors here can bid for a minimum of 460 shares in one lot and then in multiples of thereafter as well. This offer consists of both a fresh issue and an offer for sale. A fresh issue of about 40.3 crore equity shares and an offer for sale of 26.8 crore shares as well. And this is by the President of India, because right now the company is fully government owned, that is 100% stake is owned by the government, and then the government is looking to offload a part of the stake, and after this IPO gets done with, the shareholding will have about 75% holding from the government and the rest will be held by the non-institutional investors, all of the shareholders from the retail category as well. Now, what's interesting about this company is that this company is into financing. It's actually a non-banking finance company, and it actually provides finances for all the renewable energy projects. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the kind of division there is from the kind of money that the company is raising from this IPO. At the upper end of the price band, IREDA will raise about 1290 crore rupees from this issue, and 860 crore rupees will be raised via the offer for sale. Just like I pointed out, 30 to 32 rupees is the price band, and at the upper end of the price band, the company is valued at 8600 crore rupees. Now, 50% of this issue is available for allocation on a proportionate basis to qualified institutional buyers, 15% for non-institutional investors, and 35% for the retail investors. Now, when we talk about this company, like I pointed out, it's into the financing of purely renewable energy projects. We had also spoken to the top management of the company, and who had suggested to us that the company's focus is into financing of the private companies' renewable energy projects, and that is what the USP is. It is the largest financing company that we have in India, focused primarily on the renewable energy space as well. Financials for the company have also been pretty robust, and we've been seeing that the company's gross and net NPAs have been reducing as well. So the company has been improving the profitability, reducing the bad assets problem as well. So all of these factors also augur well for the company. Fedbank Financial Services IPO is the next one from the non-banking finance category as well that we have. Now, Fedbank Financial Services has fixed the price band for its IPO at 133 to 140 rupees per equity share with a lot size of 107 equity shares. Now, this IPO of the South-based Federal Bank subsidiary has already opened today, that's November 22nd, and will be open for bidding until November of 24th as well. Now, this offer also includes a fresh issue of 600 odd crore rupees by the company and an offer for sale of 3.5 crore equity shares. Under the OFS, Federal Bank will offload 54.74 lakh shares and the remaining shares will be sold by investors like True North Fund 6 LLP and which is a private equity fund as well. Now, considering the upper end of the price band, Fedbank Financial Services may be raising 1,092 crore rupees via this IPO route, and the company has already set aside 10 crore rupees worth of shares only for its employees, who will also end up getting a discount of 10 rupees per share each during this IPO. Let's talk about the fourth IPO which is underway, and this is from a stationery space as well. Now, Flair Writing Industries, a very well-known company which is into making writing instruments, has also opened for subscription today, that's November 22nd. With a price band of 288 to 304 rupees per equity share. Here again, the offer will close on November 24th. And when we talk about the products that the company is into, again, it's stationery products, and the manufacturing company now intends to raise 593 crore rupees with this maiden issue, comprising of both, again, fresh issue of 292 crores and offer for sale of 301 crore rupees worth of shares, which is being sold by the Rathore family that are the promoters of the group as well. The total size has also been reduced. Initially, it was planned to be a 745 odd crore rupees IPO. This has finally reduced to 593 odd crore rupees. And Flair Writing will also be using the net proceeds which it will be raising via the fresh issue for upgrading its manufacturing facilities in Valsad, Gujarat, with a cost of 95 crore rupees. 86 crore rupees will be used for capex, and 77 crore rupees will be used for the working capital requirements. An additional debt reduction will be used, like about 43 odd crore rupees will be used for the repayment of the debt issues as well. Now, the writing instruments company has already reserved 50% of the issue for QIBs, 15% for the high net worth individuals, and remainder 35% for the retail investors. Here, you can actually make a minimum bid of 49 shares and then in multiples thereafter. Flair is also among the top 3 players in the writing instruments industry with a revenue of 915 crore rupees as of FY23. It also enjoys a market share of approximately 9% in the overall writing and creative instruments industry in India as well. A lot of products you may be used to of listening, like Flair, Horsa, Perry Cardin, and even Zook's products are from the company's stable itself. Let's now talk about the fifth and the last IPO for this week that has now come onto the D Street. Again, from 22nd of November, that's today, until November 24th is when the subscription will be open for you. Gandhar Oil IPO price band has been set between 160 to 169 rupees per share with a face value of 2 rupees. And here the lot size is 88 shares and then in multiples thereafter. Now, Gandhar Oil IPO has also reserved 50% of the issue for qualified institutional buyers, 15% for non-institutional, and 35% for the retail investors as well. Here, the fresh issue is of 302 crores and an offer for sale is of 1.17 crore equity shares by the selling shareholders, including the promoters here. Now, this is a Mumbai-based, Maharashtra-based company that caters to consumer and healthcare industries. It will be paying some of its debt also and using some of the fresh proceeds, like about 23 odd crore rupees, to repay the debt of its subsidiary Texol. 27-28 crore rupees will be spent for the purchase of equipment, civil work required for expansion, like capacity of the automotive oil plant at Silvassa. And 185 crore rupees will be used for the working capital requirements. Remaining will be used for general corporate purposes too. Now, the company also enjoys long-term relationships with several domestic and global customers like Procter & Gamble, Unilever, Marico, Dabur, NQ, Patanjali, Bajaj Consumer Care, Emami, and even Amrutanjan Healthcare. So these are the top 5 mega IPOs that are already underway. In case you have been looking for an opportunity, do get into a discussion with your own financial advisor to find out which of these 5 is best suited for your portfolio right here. Many thanks for tuning into this special edition, but do stay tuned on to Business Today TV to catch all these updates about what is really buzzing on the D Street.